Hi guys, Dr. Kid here. In this video, I'm going to go through the physiology of what happens to our body when we fast, and I'm going to use it to explain the benefits of fasting, such as weight loss, and exactly how long after fasting you start burning fat, how it can prevent or reverse diabetes, how it can improve our energy levels, and what its role is in anti-aging. As humans, we need energy for our brain to think, heart to pump, and our body to move, and we derive this energy from the food that we eat. One of the main fuels our body uses for energy is a simple sugar known as glucose. When we're eating, we can derive the glucose and energy directly from the food. Due to the abundance of food and high glucose levels, our body releases a hormone in our body known as insulin from the pancreas, and this tells our body to store some of that food for energy to use later. Our body stores the food as glycogen, which is a long-chain carbohydrate, and this is mainly stored in the liver, proteins, and fats. Now, when we switch from eating to fasting, generally in the first 4 hours of fasting, our body can still derive glucose from the food that we've just eaten, and we do not need to dip into our energy stores just yet. Roughly 4 hours after eating, our body needs to start generating energy from its stores, and the first energy store that it dips into is glycogen. Glycogen can sustain our body for quite a few hours when we're fasting, but the amount of glycogen and how long it lasts depends on multiple factors. One factor is how much carbohydrate you have in your diet, because carbohydrate is what is necessary to make glycogen. If you have less carbohydrates in your diet, you're going to have less glycogen stores, and therefore glycogen is not going to last as long during a fast. As the glycogen in our body is being used up, our body can turn to protein to produce glucose through a process known as gluconeogenesis. However, we can only derive a limited amount of energy from our protein stores because our protein is really important for our structure and function, such as developing our muscles and also our connective tissue. Therefore, if we use too much protein for energy, we'll functionally decline too much to make it viable. So as our glycogen stores start running low, and our body can only derive a limited amount of energy from our protein stores, the next energy store our body turns to during a fast is our fats. Fats can be broken down to glucose to be used for energy, but fats can also be broken down to another energy source known as ketones. The time during a fast where our body starts burning fat can be anywhere between 12 to 36 hours. There are many factors that will determine when this will start happening, but this gives us a good indication for those who are using intermittent fasting for weight loss that we need to fast for a minimum of 12 hours to at least start burning some fat. Often to get significant fat burning, we need to fast for at least 18 to 24 hours, as this is the time where we see a sharp rise in ketone production in our body. When your body is primarily using ketones for energy rather than glucose, this is the body state known as ketosis. After 24 hours of fasting, our body is well into the fat burning stage, and there are some key hormonal changes to help us explain some of the benefits of intermittent fasting. One of the benefits of intermittent fasting is its ability to improve insulin sensitivity. This helps to reverse or prevent diabetes. This is because diabetes is a condition of insulin resistance. When we're eating, insulin levels go up, and this helps to reduce blood glucose levels by shifting it into cells and storing it as glycogen and fat. In type 2 diabetes, which is the most common type of diabetes, excessive eating leads to excessive levels of insulin in our body. When the levels of insulin in our body are persistently elevated, the cells in our body actually stop responding to it and therefore start becoming resistant to insulin. The body then starts to lose its ability to control blood sugar, and this leads to all the complications of diabetes. When we fast, the opposite happens. The longer you fast, the lower the insulin levels go, and this helps to improve insulin sensitivity. The next key hormonal change we see in patients that fast particularly more than 24 hours is a significant boost in epinephrine or adrenaline levels. One of the benefits that are commonly reported by patients that do regular intermittent fasting is that they feel a boost in energy levels. This may be partially explained by this increase in epinephrine or adrenaline levels while we fast. This makes sense from an evolutionary point of view, as if you were starving and unable to find food, it makes sense for the body to boost your energy so you're able to find food and survive. The last benefit I want to talk about, which is not a hormonal one, but a commonly proposed benefit of intermittent fasting, is autophagy. Autophagy is a process that cells use to either remove non-functional parts or repair parts that are damaged, and it also has a role in destroying certain pathogens to the body. Autophagy has been implicated in many diseases and also in anti-aging. Fasting can induce autophagy, but animal studies suggest that it can take up to 24 hours of fasting before autophagy starts. At the time of recording this video, there is still a lot of research that needs to be done in this area, as there's quite a lack of human studies, and there's also no way to actually quantify it at this stage. So hopefully this video gave you a good overview of some of the key changes that happen to your body when you fast. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. It'll really help me out a lot and help me make more content like this. If you'd like to try intermittent fasting for weight loss or some of the other benefits described in this video, but you're not sure where to start, I've made a video as a simple start for beginners. You can check it out here, and I'll see you in the next video.